Good morning, my lovers. Oh, it's a lovely morning. The sun is out, the rain has stopped. Oh, it's epic. And Probus Maximus, it works. Woohoo, it works. Yes, it works. It probably didn't work very well when I was in my back garden with all the electromagnetic interference and cars and metal things nearby. It probably wasn't working too well. And I think it might also work because it maybe needs to be buried in the ground. But I've just done a signal now, and I found it with the GPX. I tested it with the CTX. It was recording as like super deep, but it sounded as if there's something. So, yeah, there was a slight squeak to what the CTX said. So now I've put the GPX over it, and it shows that there's a signal there. So it's basically showing that there's iron there. Now if I come across a signal, and I've done everything like I did before, and it shows up that there's nothing there, then I get the spade out, because if there's nothing showing up, then there has to be something made of non-ferrous deep under the ground. Right, I'm going to show you how I set the machine up, and let's see if we can find some relics today. Woohoo! So this is Probus Maximus, and what I'm going to do first of all is balance the magnetometer, because it's a very sophisticated piece of equipment. So what we want is we want to be facing north. So we're facing north, look, so there it is, look. Probus Maximus is facing north. Now the next thing we want to do is balance it. Now you see the bubble? We want to get that bubble in the middle, so we bend it down and it's in the middle. So this is the best way I've discovered so far in how to balance the machine. Then we turn it on and stand back for 20 seconds whilst it goes through its process of turning on. Right, it's turned on, and I don't want to get too close in case it picks the camera up, but you can see the digits there. Look, see it's showing 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0 right on the bottom. Actually, see how close we can get. Yeah, it's not picking the camera up, which is good news. That means I can carry on using it without it picking up the internal bits and bobs of the camera, because it's highly sensitive. Right, so there's the target. Now the speaker's hidden inside the box, so it's going to be a little bit quiet. But you can hear it going up and down. So what that means is that there's an iron target there. Oh, I got the battery between my legs. There's an iron target, so I'm not going to be digging it because it's iron, but it could be something really epic. You know, it could be something like a Anglo-Saxon horseshoe, or even, and if I was on a Roman site, it could be a Roman horseshoe, but it could also be a little nail. See, over here, look, silent, but near to the target, it's picking it up. Over here, nothing. So it definitely works. Oh, I don't think Probus Maximus is going to work somehow. But it was worth a punt. You know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You can buy magnetometers like in like a stick, with proper sensitivity controls and nulling of nearby metal fences and all sorts of really quality little controls on there, but they're like about 800 quid, so a bit out of my price range at the moment, but later on in the summer I might have enough money to purchase one. Right, I'm going to get back out there now with the CTX, and I'm going to see what else we can find. Hopefully we'll be able to find something, at least something today. Woo. Yeah, so that's what I found. 3 of the best signals I thought I'd whittled down to, and it probably because they might have been up on end or a slightly different orientation, and on long metal things like that, the magnetometer only sees the ends. It doesn't see the middle, so it won't give you like a banging signal on the middle bit. It just sees the end bits. So it's still possible that I might be doing something wrong, but I don't think it's going to work, because when I was in the garden it wasn't seeing those great big huge iron counterweights for the I had a huge counterweight for a sash window, and it wasn't seeing that at all, so I don't think it's going to work somehow. Oh, I've been wandering around this pesky field for an hour, and time's marching on and I've not found anything, but I've got a great signal down here. Oh, sounds nice. Oh, could be a coin. Sounds really nice. Oh, bit of dark soil. Just a touch of dark soil. I could be onto something really epic. Oh, what's that? Hey, I've got a stumpy key. A stumpy key. Is it? Yeah, it's a key. Alright, get this cleaned up and get back to you. There we go, look, it's a key. Got a heart shaped, so somebody loves me. Well, is it a clock key? Maybe a grandfather clock key or something like that. Yeah, it's got no shape to the inside really. So yeah, some sort of a lovely looking key. God, look what I've just found. I found some gold. Some gold. Not much gold, but a bit. It's like noughts and crosses. It's a tiny button. I was hoping for a bit more gold than that today. Oh, I got a pretty good sounding signal down here. Well, not that. Sounds a bit iffy actually, saying that. Let's move that. Yeah, it sounds a bit iffy now. Could be cack. Right, where's my pinpointer gone? I've lost it. Oh, I think it's right there. Right, where's my spade? Out. I've moved it. Oh no! Oh, what is that? It's got a funny shape. But I think it's a bit of cack. I think it's a bit of cack. I'm not sure. I'll get it cleaned up and get back to you. Well, it's definitely had a purpose, but what? I don't know. So I have this bit coming around there, look. Bizarre. Oh, that's it, me lovers. I've had enough. I've had enough of metal detecting. I'm depressed that Probus Maximus is not going to work. I've tried all sorts of different. When I initially got it to come on and go to 0, it seemed like it was going to do the business, but it didn't find a bolt that long. Like a foot, You know, it didn't find that, and I thought, well, and I got the other coil on the GPX, the one that doesn't discriminate. And I suppose if I put the coil on that did discriminate, the big Horde Hunter coil, it would have discriminated that iron. But if Probus Maximus cannot see a bolt that long at a foot deep, then it ain't gonna see it at 3 feet deep, is it? So, yeah. The only other route I think I could try is to buy one of the proper magnetometer, they're called pipe locators. And I've seen people in America use them to discover like gun barrels and bombs and things like that, you know, like Civil War shells and things. But obviously Civil War shells are quite large. But I suppose I have got a field where there are supposedly Anglo-Saxon burials where I found a spearhead. It could be Anglo-Saxon burials there, and I would have thought that it would find the spearhead, you know, because that's going to be quite a large iron object. And the beauty of the magnetometer is it will show you each end of it. So it will show you the socket, and it will show you the other end. So you could pinpoint the length of the spearhead. And likewise if there were swords there, like, so it might still be useful for locating you know, like swords and long iron objects. And you know, if I did ever get a signal that was so deep I couldn't get down onto it, you know, and that does happen, I could use something like the magnetometer probe to check it, just to make sure it's not iron, like, you know, because if it's a banging signal, it'll be iron. So it's still got its uses, but I don't think it's going to be very useful for me detecting a field, looking for sort of epic signals in a particular field, because I did notice that when you were using it, if there was a stronger signal nearby, then it migrates, that, you know, it picks up the stronger signal nearby, and you can't get like a accurate reading on what you were looking at. Not that it worked anyway. So I think I'm going to have to probably go down the route of probably getting the properly made magnetometer, you know. Like a properly manufactured one. So if you would help me out with that, because they are quite expensive. They're about £800 minimum, which is quite pricey. So if anybody would like to give me a tip on the tip jar to go towards the purchase of this magnetometer. I've set up a GoFundMe page to help raise the money to pay for the pipe locator. So you can come over to my GoFundMe page and donate as much as you like. It's a better machine all round. It's got sensitivity. It's got a nulling thing. So if you do come across another signal that's stronger nearby, you can put it over that signal and null it. So you can then go back to your original signal and see if you can detect it a bit clearer. Obviously, that might affect depth. I don't know, but yeah, and it's got sensitivity, so you can wind it right up to maximum sensitivity, which you can't do with Probus Maximus because it's just one setting. And with Probus Maximus, you've got a face north when you turn it on, and there's a process to turning it on. With the manufactured pipe locator type thing, you just switch it on. That's it. Just flick a switch, it's on. So you know, I'm thinking that I probably will get one, because you know, it's a punt, isn't it? It's a punt. Nothing ventured, nothing. What's the saying? I said it earlier. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Or was it the other way around? It's something like that. So you know, unless you keep trying to do things, and I'm a trier, you know, I like a challenge. Unless you keep trying, you never know, will you? You'd never know that whether it would work or not work. So it's always to sort of a good idea to give everything a bit of a punt. Right, I've waffled enough. I'm going to pack all my gear up, and I've got a lot of gear today. And I'm going to head off home because the wind is now getting right up. I'm actually in a corner near a hedge here because the wind is really gusting now, and it could be a bit dicey going home on my pedal bike. So yeah, if you'd like to give me a tip in my tip jar, or I might even set up a GoFundMe page to help pay for this magnetometer. Cheers!